Hello Cancer, welcome to your weekly reading for July 24th to the 30th. This is for Cancer, Sun, and Rising, and if you're new to my channel, I do a traditional occultic cross spread. I also use astrology and my guides to help bring a lot more clarity, to get more specific and detailed with your reading. Cancer, I do this because I love you. You know I love you. I want you to feel like it's a personal reading, as if we're here one-on-one rather than a general spread. Lastly, Cancer, I use astrology because it brings a lot more depth to your reading. So Cancer, I'm excited. I'm excited to see what is going on for you this week. You know, last week was huge. We had that new moon in your sign. Sure, you know, Pluto was opposing the sun and the nodes, but we had that big shift in the lunar nodes. That's a 1.5 year aspect. We had that new moon in your sign. You're experiencing changes in your life. Let's get that clear, okay? Let's get that clear. Now, this week is huge because what's going on this week? Well, you are probably feeling shifts in your life. I'm not gonna lie. We're, you know, coming out of your birthday season, feeling a lot of shifts, a lot of action. You're probably having a lot of fun, but at the same time, there could be some pressure that you're feeling in some areas, but because these were major aspects. Now this week, over the weekend, the sun moved into Leo. All right, we all love Leo season. The sun is at home in Leo. The sun rules Leo, so this shines light in those areas of your life, which is love, romance, creativity, self-expression, pleasure. At the same time, over the weekend, Venus went retrograde. That is right. We have built up to this point where Venus is officially retrograde until September 3rd. Venus happens to rule love, beauty, relationships, a lot of things that are, you know, is in the native, is in the 5th house, which is the natively ruled by Leo. So love, romance, creativity, just fun, and, you know, even courage, okay? Even courage. So Venus is retrograde for 40 days, okay? Now, here's the thing. It's a retrograde. People from your past are going to be coming back into your life, okay? Whether lovers, what in terms of relationships, old bosses, there's gonna be some definitely for bosses, colleagues, work related stuff for a lot of Cancers, friends, maybe even like family members that you haven't spoken to in a while. Retrogrades are a time to reassess things. Think about the all right? Reassess, reevaluate, reconsider, redesign, rethink, also rekindle. Yeah, really remember, it's matters of love, matters of the heart. Remember, this is Venus, okay? And so, but it's also money and investments and finances. This is going to be a really big thing for you. I'm going to get to that in a second, but it's all about thinking about codependency, okay? This is what this Venus retrograde in Leo is really all about. The reason why is because it's in Leo. The sun is in Leo. The sun, it's all about you. It's all about independence. It's all about yourself. It's your identity, ego. It's at, you know, the heart of it all, authenticity, being authentic, being your true self. All right. So bringing, thinking about Venus retrograde in Leo, bringing awareness to all those things that you desire. Remember, this is Venus we're talking about. So think about that. You probably had some hints, people that have kind of been popping up, but also because it is a summer of love, with with Venus being really active in Leo in the house of love for a lot, you know, all summer long, basically. All right, so there's been a lot of love activity, okay, but a lot of reassessing your relationships. All right, so this is going to be a week of wake-up calls, breakups, shakeups. There's a lot happening, especially coming after those major aspects that we just had. All right, so I did make a video, if you want to see it, on the things that you should not do during Venus retrograde. There are a lot of things that you shouldn't do. Venus does rule beauty, okay? If you haven't seen the video, so don't get like elective surgery, cosmetic surgery right now. You can wait 40 days, can't you, Cancer? Don't initiate new relationships. Remember, with retrogrades, when we come out of a retrograde period, some things may just not go the way that you may want it to, okay? This is only for singles, okay? If you're in a relationship, you're good. You're fine, okay? Because you're reassessing. And when I say, you know how I mentioned breakups? Sometimes they're not always bad. They're mutual, okay? But you may have a feeling like this relationship is going nowhere. And remember, this can be money, career and work, or love. Now, the reason why it's going to affect you more in terms of career is because the North Node, if you saw last week's reading, moved into your 10th house of career. Secondly, Venus retrograde in Leo is in your 2nd house of finances, of money. So what I want you to do, Cancer, is remember how Leo is all about courage. It's all about building that confidence. This is the time where you're probably thinking, and if you're not, you should, okay? You should think about having that confidence to ask for a raise, having that confidence to start your own business, having that confidence to, ask for a promotion. This is the time, okay? When I say start a new business, think about it, but don't launch it during a retrograde period. Just think about it. All right. Remember, it's a time to reassess. Okay. It's a time to reassess, and all this reassessing, all this reconsidering, all this reevaluating after September 3rd, that is when you have this moment of like revival, of rebirth, of reality checks. Remember the right? Of renaissance. All right. So, just keep that in mind. One thing that I've been saying in other readings is make a list, okay? Make a list so it's not all in your head. I'm a very visual person. I'm always making lists. I'm always writing things down. And it really helps just to see it visually. The things that I don't want in my life anymore. The things that aren't working for me anymore. The things I do want in my life. The relationships that I really care about. And this is why. And, making the list, taking it twice, thrice, however many times you want to check it, Cancer. Now, the other thing is, this is really is all about you. Honestly, it's all about you. It's 2nd house is self-value, self-confidence. Okay, so again, you are going through a time where you are doing things and thinking about things that will boost your self-confidence, make you a lot more courageous, and the things that you want, the things that you desire, your path to enlightenment. But again, Venus retrograde, time to just reassess things, okay? Reassess things. Now, even though I made that video on things not to do during a Venus retrograde, I thought it might be a good idea to let you know, just to give you an example, okay, of what happens during a Venus retrograde. All right, so think about the last time Venus was in retrograde in Leo. All right, that was 2015, July to September 2015. I don't know if you watched The Voice, okay? Blake Shelton, all right? Him and Miranda Lambert divorced July 2015. That was Venus retrograde. So remember how I said wake-up calls, breakups, shake-ups, reevaluating relationships. There's an example there. Gwen Stefani, her and Gavin Rossdale, all right, during that Venus retrograde period as well. That was August 2015, okay? So breakups here. Now, after this Venus retrograde happened, this was in November 2015, Gwen Stefani and Blake Shelton got together, okay? So you see how now they found their soulmate. So it's really, again, just an example of, and it's not even, relationships is a big thing. We're talking about Venus here. We're talking about Leo here. Relationships is going to be a big thing for y'all, okay? Especially with career as well as home life, okay? Cancer, you are the native ruler of the 4th house, okay? So home, family matters, relationships, okay? Domestic, like your partners, but also just remember businesses as well, okay? One thing that a reference I've been making, I don't know if you remember that retail store, American Apparel. They went bankrupt October 2015, like just right after a Venus retrograde. It wasn't in Leo, but it was still a Venus retrograde, right? And it was in its shadow, but it was the summer of 2007 where there was a Venus retrograde, where the owner, it was like he was signing the shareholder, it was like this shareholder capital transaction that he signed during the Venus retrograde. So never start or initiate or do I mean like bind to something. So if you are single and you meet someone during a Venus retrograde, have fun, but just don't like commit, during the retrograde. Have fun, do what you want, keep going on dates after dates, have fun with it, but just don't make anything official until after. Again, it's only 40 days. It's only 40 days. You got this, all right? And a lot of y'all will be meeting people, all right? I'm not gonna lie, y'all, if you're single, all right? If you are in relationships, you could just be taking it to the next level. I know a lot of people right now in my personal life who are in relationships, and they are taking it to, like getting married, moving in together. So, it's not always bad. It's just reassessing. It's a time to reassess your relationships, matters of the heart, okay? Even projects you're working on and whatnot. Really spending the time to reevaluate it. Now, July 24th, Venus is going to square Uranus. Again, this is a really big deal. I said that it's happening 3 times. It's already happened once. This is your breakthrough moment. This is a huge breakthrough moment, okay? Can be a little emotional, but it's a breakthrough, all right? It's a good one, all right? It's in your 11th house, okay, of your hopes and wishes, and also your social network too. Groups you belong to, organizations you belong to. 3 days after that, July 27th, Venus is actually conjuncting Mercury. Now, this is absolutely huge. This is 1000% huge, all right? This is definitely going to be a time where you're going to get downloads, spiritual downloads, intuitive downloads. You may get messages about money, okay? About maybe, if you did ask for that raise, you're going to hear it today. Because remember, Mercury is in Leo, all right? And Venus, okay? Mercury's not retrograde. And so Mercury is a messenger. And so this is a really big day. There could be like some heart-to-hearts on this day, conversations, but really big messages of love, values, things that you value, things like that. And then on the 28th, Mercury leaves Leo, moves into Virgo. And so Mercury is domiciled with Virgo, so it's at home in Virgo, it rules Virgo. So we know that Mars is in Virgo at this point, so this is really, really big. That communication energy, it's going to be, you're taking it to like this really, really laser focused, almost perfectionist energy, because remember, Mars is in Virgo too for you, and this is in your 3rd house of communication. All right, so Cancer, with that said, let's go ahead and get started. See what's going on for you for July 24th to the 30th. Again, this is for Cancer, Sun and rising. The other thing I was going to say is that while we have all the Venus in Venus and Mercury and let's just keep it to Venus. Venus and Leo, which is in your 2nd house of self-value, confidence, self-confidence, self-worth, but also your salary, income, things like that. You may this week start already be feeling the full moon that's happening in Aquarius, okay? That's going to happen on August 1st. Now, we're going to talk about that, next week. But just so you know, that is in your 8th house of death and rebirth, transformation. So it is pretty obvious there's something coming to an end in your life, especially with the shifting of the nodes. The fact we had a new moon in your sign, and now we have a full moon approaching on August 1st in Aquarius, again in your 8th house of death and rebirth and transformation and other people's resources and joint finances, like just think inheritance, investments, bonuses, commissions, paying off debts, real estate. There's a lot of activity happening with money. So let's go ahead and get started. Cancer, see what's going on for you. Wow, this is your life. You're going through big change. It is clear as day here. You've gone from the 2 of Wands in your past, which is all about planning, which is all about, remember, with Mercury moving into Virgo, and then with Mars in Virgo, communicating. There could be a lot of things happening with siblings as well, FYI. That's For some Cancers, you're going to feel that. But even still, this is all about planning your next step. This is in your past. There's been a lot of big things. There's been a lot of changes happening in your life, okay? If you're not feeling it, you will this week. You will definitely feel it. And I want you to ask yourself, where are you feeling that change? Is it, in your physical environment? Is it emotionally? Is it spiritually? Is it, mentally, the way that you're seeing things or thinking things? But you're clearly having change because, look, again, this is all about really just planning your next step. And then in the heart of your spread, you go straight to the 3 of Wands. 2 of Wands to the 3 of Wands. This is big. This is all about taking that step. This is all about taking charge. This is all about wanting change in your life, okay? This is, the sun, even though it's in Leo right now, the sun is exalted in Aries, okay? This card is attributed to the sun in Aries. So this is really powerful. This is you having that confidence, having that courage to move forward, to make these changes in your life, to go explore what's out there. What do you want? Remember, this is all about you. The spotlight's on you. I absolutely love this. And 3 is the birth of new things. It's creation. All right. Now, you got the 10 of Pentacles in your challenge area, Cancer. So this is a great card. This is your kingdom come. This is the you made it card. You see all that money and wealth. All right. Now, the biggest energy that's coming through for me is that there is a sense of something that's going on with family. And I want you to think about that. There is a lot of family energy in this card. You see the 3 generations of family at play here. The old man, we say that's the hermit. He's finally made it. You see the young couple. You see the child in the corner, just kind of hidden there. And so 3 generations, and this is just, it's a cycle that's happening right now. 10 is the end of the suit, so it really is like all this wealth, all this abundance, all this prosperity, all this success, and then moving into this next cycle. But it's in your challenge area. So there's something that this week you may have to address when it comes to family matters. But that's going to resonate for a lot of Cancers. For other Cancers, it may resonate in terms of your legacy, in terms of the things, the finish line for you, what the things that you need to wrap up so you can move up into this next cycle. So still something that you have to resolve. Oh, that's another RE word. Okay, resolve, right? Reevaluate, rethink. There is still something that's happening in terms of your path to enlightenment that you may have to think about. It could be something that that is kind of holding you back, or it's like maybe like, last week, remember I said there was a wall that you have to break through. That's still a wall that you have to break through. But this is, again, going toward your legacy. But again, the first energy that came up was family. A lot of Cancers may feel some activity around that, maybe a conversation you have to have with a family member, yeah, so keep that in mind. I also want you to it doesn't even have to be your biological family too. It can be like we live in a generation, we get to choose our own family, and so it could be like your squad or the people that you consider your family. And I say that because I have my family down in Georgia, but I also have my family up here. So sometimes these things resonate with me, with my friends, my crew up here in New York. All right, so now you did get the 6 of Swords in your crown. All right, so it does look like there is some big changes happening in your life, and there's this sense of all you want to do is move forward. Okay, all you want to do is move forward, especially like up here. All right, there's some the 6 of Swords. You can look at my finger. All right, it's right on the turbulent water. Now look at where they're going. They're leaving it behind. They're leaving the obstacles, any challenges, or moving into this better place. And this came up in your crown. Swords are the mental suit, right? Intellect, logic, communication, everything that's happening up here. All right. So there's a sense of that's all you want right now. Okay. And you can. Okay. As long as you address the thing that maybe like that wall still, okay? That it's something, whether it's family, whether it's like your goals, or like a big the word that I used earlier, legacy, or your path to enlightenment. All right, so you did get the Ace of Wands. So this is really, there is like, when I say there's new things happening in your life, there are new things happening in your life. This week you will feel it, okay? You will feel it, all right? So there is still, you know, with cycles that happen in your life, you always want to make sure that you're moving forward in this new life cycle where you don't bring baggage, okay? One thing I'm going to point out is you do see the swords in this boat, okay? Leave the swords you don't need back on shore, okay? Leave them back on shore. Only take the swords that you need moving forward. I mean, you did get the Ace of Wands. This is, you know, aces usher in that new change, new beginning, new possibilities, opportunities. I mean, when I say cycle here, there is like, you are definitely moving forward. Now, it is, you did get the Nine of Swords in your future. There's a lot that's going on up here. There's a lot going on up here. That's why I say, leave those swords behind, all right? If there is that wall that you still have to break through, be the Kool-Aid man right now, okay? Be the Kool-Aid man. If you're 20 years old watching this video, you're not going to get that reference. Go on YouTube, Google it. Like, it's funny. It's funny. But be that Kool-Aid man. Break through that wall. This is saying that there is definitely some things that are, and they still may be like, nah, unless you leave those swords back on shore. So things that are just really, really up here that may have a hold on you, okay? May have a hold on you. Now, I always say with this card, when this card comes up, when any of the cards come up, actually, this one particularly, though, it really is just, it's all about your free will. You know, we were gifted free will. You can choose to stay in that bed, have your hands over your face, mourning or grieving, or even like doubting yourself or not feeling confident to get out of bed, or you can smell the beautiful roses in that comforter, okay? See the beautiful astrological symbols in that comforter. Find all that comfort in that comforter, which I'm sure the word comforter came from comfort, right? You can leave that bed. You still have comfort getting out and facing tomorrow. All right. So it's saying that the choice is yours, but there's a lot of newness happening with the Six of Swords in your crown. Leave those swords that you don't need back on shore, but have the courage to face those things. So don't just like, you know, like when you're, gosh, if you're at the mall, oh gosh, I'm not going to even use a mall as a reference. They don't even exist anymore. I don't know why I thought of that. Okay, let's say you're at like the Apple store, okay? And you see someone that you may have dated in the past, or so like a neighbor that you just like, they did something that was really weird or said something, and you're just like, oh gosh. Or, if, you know, even a friend that you haven't talked to in a while, and there's some weirdness between y'all. Don't be that person where you're just like, oh gosh, I'm gonna leave, right? No, if approach him and just be like, hey, let's talk about this, let's clear it up, let's, you know, don't avoid things is what I'm trying to say. Be very aware of the things that could be making you fear something this week, okay? Remember, communication is a big thing for you right now, so be very open to communicating, all right? And courage and confidence is a huge thing right now. Venus retrograde in Leo in your second house of self-worth and self-confidence, okay? Reassessing, reevaluating, like, what's going to make me more courageous? What's going to make me more confident in the things that I do, all right? And so be that person that does that, and you'll be fine. If you want to pull, I'll pull a clarifier for you. Yeah, there is definitely going to be something that you are going to, it is something from the past that is, something from the past is holding you back. Clearly with the Ten of Pentacles here, it's almost like that wall that you have to break through. And again, remember, leaving those swords you don't need in the past as you move into this life cycle, but because you did get the Five of Cups. And then the other thing is, if you don't face these swords, whatever, you could just be disappointed and regret it. That's what he's doing. He's looking at the spilled cups. It could also be, again, a situation from the past that you have not faced that is going to hold you back. Now, you get out of this bed, Cancer. You look up, you move away, you pick up those 2 full cups behind you. You face your fears. You move forward into this next cycle. And you are good. You are good. You know what's really funny, Cancer, is that the fact that Venus is retrograde in Leo, which is a really big deal. It only happens, you know, every 8 years. Okay, Venus retrograde in Leo. This is a big deal. The Empress, you see, she's ruled by Venus. Okay, you see the symbol of Venus in her stone-shaped arc there, a lot of protection. But it's been coming up, and she doesn't come up that often. But when she does come up, it's a big statement. All right, and the fact, and she's come up a lot of readings this week. But it's in your future. The Empress is everything. This is everything. This is living life through passion and pleasure. And there's a lot of maternal energy here with the Queen of, with the Empress. If that resonates with you, but it really is just living life, just, you know, through sensuality and sexuality. There's everything. Again, she's ruled by Venus. She's a goddess, by the way. She's a goddess, not a priestess, not a queen, a goddess. This is a big deal, all right? You can see the waterfall here. I mean, this is just a big deal. I want you to spend a lot more time in nature, too. I want you to really connect this week, okay? Go out there, do some forest bathing, climb a tree, do what you need to do. Spend time in nature, love nature. Big thing that I want you to do this week. I feel like that's where you're going to have these moments of clarity, all right? Moments of clarity. Now, you're good. That's all I'm going to say. You're good. You face any of these swords, things that are holding you back. Remember I said, people from the past are going to resurface. For a lot of Cancers, you're going to feel that, okay? Y'all are going to feel that. Y'all are going to see that. It's going to happen. People are going to come up in your DMs. You're going to get messages from people from maybe even college saying, oh, hey, I'm in your city this weekend. Every Cancer, everyone's different. Every Cancer is different. Things are going to be different for y'all. It can be work-related matters instead of relationships. But this is just very interesting because it's saying that you have a little bit of work to do this week, okay? There's going to be some things that you're going to have to face. You're going to have to face a couple things, and it could have to do with things from the past coming back, all right? But once if you face it, you have the courage to do it. Look at all this newness. You got the 3 of Wands in the heart of your spread. Change. You got the Ace of Wands in the root of your spread. Change. You got the 6 of Swords in your crown. Change. Look at this. Coming down your cross. This is all about change, okay? This is all about change. This is absolutely amazing. I mean, this is change, like moving forward. Mentally, this is change in your physical world, your passions, even work-related, okay? Wands are work-related. There you go. You got the Ace of Wands, the biggest change, right? Work, your passions, your ideas, but then there is going to be this, moment where there may be something that you're just like, oh gosh. A lot of it is going to be regret too, okay? It's going to be a sense of you feeling like you did something that you regretted, or you something that you should have done that now you regret you didn't do. That's what I'm saying. Just face everything that comes your way, okay? Face everything that comes your way. If it's your neighbor in the Apple store that you run into, the neighbor who, did a weird thing that and they know that you, saw that they did a weird thing and now it's uncomfortable. Be that person, make it a joke. Be like, hey, I saw you do that weird thing, and don't worry, I do it too. Or you know what I mean? Be cool with it. But even still, you're good. You got the Empress. Once you get past this, things that you could regret from doing or from not doing, once you face it, you'll be fine. You have the Empress. You're good. You're absolutely good. I mean, this is love. This is abundance. This is everything. All right, Cancer, let's get to your staff. Cancer, if you like this reading, it would be so great if you like, subscribe, leave comments. It really does. I love hearing from y'all, and it does help my channel grow. If you are a subscriber, thanks so much for being here. Y'all are amazing. I really appreciate it. I wouldn't be here without you, so I am truly grateful. I also, I know this is going to be a weird thing to say, but I do your videos a little bit in advance, and the merchandise store should have launched. So, yay! But there's a chance it didn't. So I won't know until these videos are published, like a day or two before they're published. So I just want to let you know, if it's not there, it will be, there will be those, the merchandise will be there. Anyway, that's that. Now, look at you, Cancer. Look at you. I love this. I love this. You got the Six of Pentacles. I feel like you always get this. This is really great. I mean, just open up. Listen, you're going to be fine. You're going to be absolutely fine. You're going to be really good. One thing I want you to do, one thing I really want you to do is just spend a little time with your heart chakra this week as well. Again, it's just like I'm getting the energy of like a little bit more facing some fears, where it's more like not having that confidence, but once you face that your fears, you will have that confidence. Okay, that's a big thing. But opening your heart chakra, okay, I really want you to do that, especially when you look at your main spread here, or even your entire spread here. You see the only Cups card that you got was the one of disappointment. Okay, and Cups is love and feeling and relationships and emotions and whatnot, so keep that in mind. But this is great. All right, this is all about gratitude. It's generosity. It's gratitude is the biggest thing. Okay, so having that gratitude, all right, in your life, I want you to think about the balance of it. Okay, of gratitude. Are you giving and not receiving? Are you just waiting to receive, not giving anything at all? Find that balance this week, okay? You see this very philanthropic man with this scale. That balance is very important, okay? It is very important. Some of y'all are looking for a lot of support. Will look for a lot of support this week. So that's why I want you to be open to receiving it this week, okay? Some of y'all are going to be in such a loving place and will want to give that support to others, all right? So that is you, like, opening your heart chakra. And now, you did get the Three of Swords, okay, in your external factors area. Now, the message that I'm getting, and, you know, it's again, very funny that Three of Swords has come up in a lot of readings. This is, again, a Venus retrograde period. So this is a card of heartbreak and heartache and, you know, grief, but it is a card where it falls in your entire spread. It's saying that there is a sense of something that may have happened already, okay? And that's what's really fueling you right now to move forward, mentally, spiritually, emotionally, even like physically for some people in some matters too, okay? But hey, this is it's in your external factors area. So this is what's kind of like propelling you into this new place, this new life cycle. But for a lot of y'all, it is that thing where it's like something happens that is just like oof. And that's why you have the Nine of Swords and the Five of Cups, okay? But remember, 3 is all about growth, okay? It's all about, we learn from the threes, all right? It's advancement, it's development, it's maturation, right? Maturing into, you know, being a better person, better version of yourself. Remember, this card is all about, the whole point is to take those swords out, right? Now, you'll see you've got 3 threes already, okay? 3, 3, 3. Remember what I said, 3 is creation. So with this situation, I want you to create what is going to help you move forward from this situation to avoid those things that you may regret, or things that make you upset or make you disappointed or make you grieving about something. Again, I'm getting more of this has already happened, okay? It depends on when you watch this reading, what day you watch this reading as well. But it's not even, it's really going to be something that brings a lot of self-love. Once you can learn from what's happening, again, it can be a breakup. It can be something that has to do with your job. It can have, every Cancer is very different, but at the end of the day, it's all about your self-worth, okay? Self-worth, self-value, all that confidence, all right? Now, I'll even clarify this. I mean, Cancer, you got to trust me here. You really got to trust me here. The very first thing that I said, the sun in Leo, is all about courage. It's all about that confidence. It's the self, it's identity, it's you, right? So, you have to learn from this, okay? That's why this came up. It's almost like a test. It's like, from anything that happens that has a very strong emotional impact on you this week, how are you going to respond? If you respond in a way where you don't regret something, or where you don't fall into this energy of like low frequencies, I mean, you're good. You're double good. Okay? You're double good. You're gooder. I don't know if that's a word. It's not. It's not. No one ever say that word. But the sun. Hey, you know, if you've ever gotten a tarot reading, you know this is the biggest yes in tarot, okay? You see how the sun, not only the most powerful symbol in tarot, it's the most powerful thing in the world. This is the sun shining all that light on you, all right? Remember, sun in Leo right now, okay? All about you, and matters of love and romance, creativity, self-expression, all of that as well. But casting all that light, shining all those dark shadows out of your life, coming right after that Three of Swords. Look at this. Look at this. This is insane. This is all saying that there is, if you get trapped in that energy, low energy frequency, it may be harder to get out of it. You could be very disappointed, and it could be a place where you're just, but I don't want your past to dictate your future, because look at your future. It's the Empress. Tie things up. Come to, what is it? It's resolve things, right? This is a month to do that. Reevaluate things. But then this is all in your external factors area. So I'm getting the energy that it's something that's going to already happen that may put you in this situation. But you learn from it. You grow from it. You build confidence from it instead of going in the negative direction, and you're fine. You're fine. It's freedom, okay? It's freedom. Remember what I said. The sun is independence. That's what this card is. Look at the wisdom child on the white horse, purity with the red banner, victory. I mean, this is, you're good. And you got the justice card. So looking at what's happening here, I'm not going to lie. There is going to be some breakups that you may feel that you regret, but everything happens for a reason. Remember, Blake Shelton and Gwen Stefani, okay? Remember that. So if there is a breakup, it's because someone else is there, right? But with the Justice card, ruled by Libra, Libra is the native ruler of the 7th house of partnerships and relationships, okay? Where it's coming up in your spread, it's almost like there's a big connotation to karma here, right? With the Justice card. So it's kind of like you wanting everything, like putting all your value into everything that you've done for the good, for not only yourself, but for, everyone else too, right? And really like just having that karmic cycle. You are going through a huge karmic cycle right now, all right? But remember what I said. Leave those swords that you don't need. back on shore. Use that sword to cut anything you don't need from your life. This is what is going to happen. A lot of y'all want that, but I feel like a lot of y'all are afraid of it or may have some fear to do it. But again, this is all about having that self-worth and that self-confidence, and that'll definitely be a thing. A lot of marriages also are coming up. There could be not only marriage, but yeah, marriages and maybe even like work contracts where there could be something, the ending of something new, or there could be some matters on your mind around that. Keep that in mind. That it could be at play here. But lastly, you got the High Priestess. Okay, so as you know, in astrology, you are ruled by the moon, all right? And the moon is, you know, the High Priestess. So this is really great. This is all about intuition. She is the guardian of the subconscious. And so the subconscious is where all your memories are stored, right? So that's where all the fear lives. Fear, anxiety, distress, all of that lives in your subconscious. You're protected. You're protected. You'll be fine, okay? You'll be fine. You'll be absolutely fine. Just go with your intuition. That's what this is. She comes out because she says, go within. She's telling you to go within. Trust your intuition. Cancer, y'all are so intuitive, okay? Trust your intuition right now. It's your intuition that's going to help you get past any of these fears to you know, be, you know, really have better judgment, make better decisions.